Diet refeeding is a way suggested to tackle weight loss more easily. It works just like a regular diet but allows a moderate increase in calorie intake every once in a while. This increase is generally recommended to be between 20 and 50% more than average, with the emphasis on the majority of those extra calories coming from carbs. The duration of this increase and how often it should be done while losing weight hasn't been outlined, and presumably they will vary based on an individual's goals and preferences. It can start from anywhere as small as a single day refeed after a period of caloric restriction to as long as 1 week. But of course, as we're sure we don't need to tell you, there are many nutritional methods out there purported to be better ways to address weight issues. Accordingly, today we wanted to review the research on diet refeeds and give our opinion on whether they are a worthy supplement to a traditional weight loss diet. But first, as always, please take note of our disclaimer. To begin, let's speak about the suggested benefits of diet refeeding. It's mainly suggested to be helpful for weight management by counteracting unwanted physiological compensatory mechanisms that arise from prolonged dieting. Through evolution, our bodies have learned to associate extended periods of fat loss with starvation and danger, even if we're actually trying to improve our health. That's because for tens of thousands of years, if not longer, the reason we would be losing weight was due to, in fact, food scarcity or famine. As a result, even today, our bodies will still do certain things to help keep our weight in line if they notice it's dropping, like lowering our levels of the satiety hormone leptin and heightening levels of the hunger hormone ghrelin to urge us to consume more calories, or slow down our metabolic rate to burn fewer calories. Indeed, some research suggests that diet refeeding can help steer off these negative bodily compensatory mechanisms from weight loss. For instance, Delirangar et al. Showed that in 10 healthy lean females, increasing carbohydrate intake over 3 days improved plasma leptin concentrations by around a quarter and the amount of energy expenditure over the course of 24 hours by 7%. Further, other advantages of diet refeeding are said to include providing a psychological break from dieting and making it easier to stick to through fewer feelings of deprivation, as well as helping to replenish glycogen stores, which improves performance and recovery. But what does the literature show pertaining to diet refeeding making it easier to stick to a diet and helping weight loss? Well, in one study, researchers gave a group of obese individuals a 1 week duration refeed after 12 weeks of a very low-calorie diet, comparing it to a different group with rather a 6 week duration refeed, and found that in the subsequent 40 weeks dieting after the break, the latter group had better dieting results. And another study investigating the effect of diet refeeding on direct weight loss demonstrated that when 51 obese men were randomized to 16 weeks of a traditional diet with a period of diet refeeds every 2 weeks versus 16 weeks of a continual traditional diet, they lost 5 kilos more on average. Therefore, in light of this research, there is some merit behind the premise of diet refeeding being a good way to support traditional weight loss strategies. However, there are some downsides we should discuss at the same time. The first is that the more diet refeed periods are included in a diet, the longer it will take the excess pounds to come off, which could hinder motivation for some. The second point to consider is that the potential for misunderstanding diet refeeding as cheat days. This misinterpretation could lead to overeating, negating the benefits of the caloric deficit for the rest of the week. It's crucial to clarify the difference between diet refeeds and cheat days from the beginning to avoid this pitfall. The third consideration is that a focus on increased carbohydrate intake could potentially lead to imbalances if healthy sources of dietary fat and protein are overlooked. It's important to maintain a balanced diet as much as you can, even on refeed days. But above all, the main downside of diet refeeding, which we believe is one of the biggest obstacles for most weight loss strategies, and not just this one, is the need for calorie counting. And not just for the calories themselves, but also for their composition in terms of protein, carbohydrates, and dietary fat. That's because in order to make sure you're increasing your calories appropriately, as well as your carbohydrate intake that diet refeeding requires, It necessitates that you've already made sure that you're in a caloric deficit regularly by tracking the overall nutritional value of your diet. Indeed, research suggests that self-monitoring your diet this way can be helpful for weight loss. For example, a study of over 270 people showed that those who kept up to date with their food intake lost more body weight. But that doesn't mean calorie counting doesn't present its own limitations too, or that it's the best way. That's because of just how difficult sufficient calorie counting is to do practically, as we're sure you'll agree with if you've ever tried it out. The main reason is that logging into an app and tracking and estimating every meal and snack can be time consuming and laborsome, especially when someone simultaneously manages the other 100 things they need to do for the day. Another is that if you're at a family or friend's house or a restaurant and are served a meal, it's fair to say that the vast majority of the time, you're not going to be able to know the nutritional value of it, particularly when you're eating a dish with a variety of ingredients mixed in, which can be a meaningful difference to how much carbs, protein, dietary fat, and calories you might think there is. These reasons, along with others, are actually why intermittent fasting is so appealing for many. The short eating window allowed between longer periods of fasting already facilitates a caloric deficit without the need for tracking. For most people, losing weight is challenging, so we need to keep things as simple as possible. That's why here at Plato Weight Management, we believe it's better to approach weight loss through the meal pictures method, which is a way to approach dieting without the need to count calories. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can do so by clicking the video in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Additionally, if you want to undertake our evidence-based and results-backed personalized Plato Weight Management program, where we help you with it, please click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video or follow the link in the description. Have you tried diet refeeds before? Do you think it's likely to be more or less effective? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So that has been our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.